Before we start this video, I want to say something. Can you look at the subscribe button? It has one beautiful color that goes around it when I say subscribe. So please click that subscribe button now and subscribe to this channel. Now let's get into the video. See, you cannot control what people do to you, but you can control how long or how often they, repeat that thing that you do not want them to do. Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I want us to have a heart-to-heart discussion. Is it a heart-to-heart? Sort of a heart-to-heart, sha. So I'm making this video because of a video that I saw on social media. It was really heartbreaking, and it kind of made me to start thinking and wondering that how can someone, avoid this kind of incidences. Yeah, I know some things happen by mistake, but there's some mistakes that, some mistakes that can be avoided if we are very careful with certain people we allow into our spaces. I believe there are certain behaviors we shouldn't allow into our spaces because those behaviors can escalate to cause us trouble, to put us in trouble, to cause more harm to us. Whether it's relationship, whether it's a work relationship, maybe from your colleagues or somebody you're dating, or even family members. There's some kind of behaviors that people will put up, and you're like, and you have to be like, draw a boundary on how close you associate yourself with that kind of a person. So the video I'm talking about, I cannot post it here because it's gruesome. You can go check it. Maybe somebody may have posted it on YouTube. I don't know, but I saw it on Instagram. I can't remember the blog where I saw it, but all these popular blogs will carry it. Blogs like maybe Instablog or Gossip Mail, one of them should be carrying it. But it should be like a week old news now. So probably the best place to find it may be on YouTube. So in this video, I saw 4 girls in the room. 2 were actually having a physical, kind of battle. One of them was holding a knife. It seems like she concealed that knife maybe in a shirt or something. So I think the other girl was trying to, take the knife from her? I don't know what she was trying to do. And the other one kind of swung her hand. She sliced her hand with the knife, and blood started gushing out. A lot of blood started gushing out. And that's how this girl bled and bled and bled to death. Now, what made many people in the comment section kind of mad about the caption the blogs use or the bloggers use is that they said, girl mistakenly kills her friend. I was like, why would you say mistake? What kind of a mistake is that? Why would you call this a mistake, Even though she did not mean to kill her friend, but you are fighting and you pick up a knife. When you pick up a knife when you're fighting, what do you expect? You know how fights go. You know how spontaneous your movements or actions during a fight can be. And that is when you decide to pick up a knife. What were you now expecting? Holding a knife and fighting. That is why I can't say that thing is a mistake. What kind of friends do we keep in our circle? There are some people we shouldn't let into our lives. Or perhaps we've let them into our life, we shouldn't let them stay long. I cannot have you as a friend and you're having an argument or we are fighting and you get a knife, you draw a knife, or you pick a bottle. Hey, what is that? I don't take some things lightly with people I call my close people, my friends. If you have the ability to harm me, I am done with you, honestly, because I cannot harm people that I call my friends, my family, my siblings. I cannot cause you physical pain knowingly. So if you have the ability to do that to me, it says a lot about you and how you see me and how much you value me. So I'm not going to be in a friendship with you, or I'm not going to be a friendly colleague with you if you have that mindset that you want to harm me when we have an argument or we have an altercation. You think you want to maybe you start uttering words like, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to deal with you. My mind would not accept you again. That's how it is. I become what English do I even use now? I kind of become overprotective, you understand? And one thing with me is that I don't like being in a place where I'm overguarded. Do you understand? I don't feel comfortable. Nobody feels comfortable looking over the person's shoulder every time. It's not a comfortable place to be in. You're always looking around your shoulder and, trying to figure out if anyone is coming to hurt you. Nobody likes that kind of position. If you have that kind of ability to hurt me, I cannot be very close to you, because being close to you means I'm going to let my guards up and That thing can be stressful if you ask me. Now, this one is another huge red flag. Many people don't see it as a red flag. They'll see it as we are having an argument, we are quarreling. That is why he, drew out a bottle. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. She didn't mean it. I made a video on unpopular red flags in dating relationships. Red flags that you don't see it coming, but they are there. So maybe if you go check that one out, I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can check it out. That is now where your boundary comes in. You need to set your boundaries. And the truth is that many of us don't know how to set boundaries. We set boundaries with word of mouth. Boundaries is something that you use action. Boundaries is something that goes with action, not word of mouth. Like, I can't, I won't let you do this to me. And when the person does it to you, you don't do anything. See, you cannot control what people do to you, but you can control how long or how often they, repeat that thing that you do not want them to do. Let me give a very good example with what happened in Big Brother Niger. So every Saturday they have a party in Big Brother Niger. Now these housemates have been breaking rules back to back in the house. Some of them will have microphone infringement. Some of them will come late to the gym. Some will come late to the party. Some will come late to activities. Some will come late to tasks. And Big Brother has been warning them, like, obey Big Brother rules. He'll gather them to the lounge and be like, you're not obeying Big Brother rules, you're going to get a strike. Anybody that disobeys the rule will get a strike. That he has been saying get a strike, but no strike was coming. No action was being taken. So one day, on one very, very good Saturday like this, that was one of their party days. Now what happened? It was time for a party, and the girls, most of them were still, jollificating in the house, trying to do their makeup, trying to get themselves together when it was really time for the party. And he was like, come to the party, 5 minutes to the party, 10 minutes to the party. And they were still there, doing what they were doing. Once those that were early got into the party, the door was shut, and that was it. And that door did not open until the party was over. So they missed that party. Now what happened the next week? Everybody came early to the party. Nobody's going to tell you to come early. You are going to come early by yourself because the boundary has been set. Not with talk now, but with action. I'm also going to set another example with the workplace. Now, if you are a 9-to-5 worker or you've ever done a 9-to-5 work, you know that the workplace has rules. For example, don't come late. Maybe you don't eat at the office. Maybe you don't use your phones and during working hours. And each rule has a sanction. Okay, so when you disobey so and so rule, there's a sanction you're going to be getting. You're either going to be getting a query, suspension, sack, whatever the case may be. Now, what is holding employees from disobeying these rules or disregarding these rules or doing as they please? It's not because the oga said don't do that or your madam said don't do that. It's because of the consequences attached to each rule, and because they've seen that these consequences have been meted upon other employees that have disobeyed that instruction. That is why your employees will obey certain rules, because you see people flounce the rule. And if someone flounces the rule and you don't do anything about it, more people will flounce the rule. Your action now when someone flounces that rule is what is the actual boundary. And that is why people obey. Why do you think I don't like saying something negative about Nigeria on social media, because we're supposed to be portraying it in a good light. But why do you think some of the things happen in our country happen the way they do? It's because there are no consequences. Yeah, we have rules, we have laws, but there are no consequences when you break those laws. That is the same thing with boundaries. If you don't stand, if your boundaries are not being held, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, which is the actual boundary, you are just talking, you are just making noise, you're just blabbing, okay? So if you are setting boundaries and you have not taken action when such a person is disobeying your boundaries, the person is going to keep disobeying and disrespecting and disregarding the boundaries that you've set, because you have really not set any boundaries. Boundaries is mostly about the action you take. You cannot have a friend that draws out a knife on you when you fight, that draws out a bottle. You cannot have a friend that gets a belt to whip you when you fight. Someone else to cause you bodily harm when you fight, and you still think that person is your friend. That person can mistakenly kill you. Like that word, mistakenly, it can mistakenly kill you. But I don't see it as a mistake, because when you draw out a belt, when you draw out a bottle, You know what could happen when you get a knife when you're fighting. You know what could happen when you're holding a bottle when you're fighting. You're going to hurt the person. So I don't see it as a mistake. So, and if you think that you're going to still be with somebody that does this kind of thing, that can inflict physical injury on you, someone that can go physical on you when you people are having a fight, an altercation, then you need to revalue yourself as well. So it therefore means that probably you're an aggressive person as well. That is why you can cope. One thing with allowing some certain kind of people into your life is that they can influence you. They can change you to be like how they are. For example, you have a friend that likes to, bring out knife when you are having arguments, when you are fighting. Now, what is going to happen? Now you want to protect yourself. What do? You now start drawing your own knife when it's time. When it's time for an argument, you draw your own knife because now you want to protect yourself. Before you know, it becomes part of you. And in the process of drawing your own knife when you want to protect yourself, when you have an argument with that friend, you could kill that friend by mistake, by the word we call mistake. But the law is not going to see it as a mistake. You are going in for it. You have committed murder. Let's assume now the girl in that video is innocent. Probably because someone was making an argument for her in the comment section that what if she was trying to protect herself? Maybe she was being attacked by her friends and she was trying to protect herself. Now you can see what it has landed her into. Because the law is not going to see it as you are trying to protect yourself, so you carried a knife to fight. You have killed somebody, you have killed somebody. The lady she caught bled to death. And then the blood was pouring like water. She bled to death. So now you have killed somebody. So if you have this kind of aggressive friends that will make you do things that on a normal day, it's not you. You need to leave that situation. You need to leave that situation. If there are people that are very close to you that you eat with, you need to start making them your hello hi friends, so that they don't put you in trouble, so they don't change the course of your life. You have control. You have, like I said, life, you cannot control every aspect of your life, but you have some certain level of control and you should exercise it. And again, once you see such situation, you run, you run, you run, you run. They say he who runs away lives to fight another day, or he who runs away. I can't remember how they say that thing. He who runs away lives to fight another day. I can't remember how they say that thing. So when you see, if you have this kind of friends and they get a bottle, they get a knife, or you run away. There's no point staying there with the person. You run away, leave the person there and run away. Your life is important. Life has no duplicate. So that's why I came to tell you, reevaluate your friendship, reevaluate the boundaries that you put. Look very well, shine your eyes, know what is your red flags, and know what you should condone, and know what you should, give the person a second chance on. I'm not saying you should throw your friendships away, but sometimes when people act erratically, maybe you should just keep them at arm's length and not bring them so close that you people start having, sometimes they said friendship, how did they say that thing? I don't know all these quotes. I know they remember them like that. Familiarity breeds contempt, something like that. So most times people you have issues with are people that have come in close contact with you, because a stranger, I don't think you have any business with a stranger. So you will likely not have any, altercation with a stranger. So it's wise sometimes to keep those people at arm's length so that they don't come so close to you that you guys now have issues and somebody is drawing a knife to fight you, or drawing a bottle or a belt to fight you and stuff like that. The bottom line of everything I've said here is that you have control over your life. In as much as life can be unpredictable and there are some things that we cannot, help, but there's a certain control you have over your life which you should exercise. Don't allow people come and spoil things for you. Your life, you are the, you know what they call the protagonist? You are the main character in your life. And protect that main character energy. Don't allow people come and pause and stand inside your garri. Don't allow people disrespect, disregard, and devalue you when you have the power to stop it. You have the power to cut that relationship. They did not born you and that person together. You people are not twins. The way you've been surviving before you met that person, you're still going to survive when you leave that person. Take care of yourself. Take care of your peace of mind. I know that you have some certain level of control over your life. So thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.